what gave you the idea to do this?
Yeah.
What's the background? What made you decide, okay, this there's a need for our solution in the market space?
I think that if you're starting a new technology company or you're inventing a brand new product from scratch, it can help to solve your own problem, which is kind of what I was doing in the early days. My first company was a lawn mowing business. I ran a grass cutting service all through high school and all through college, and little by little grew that into one of the largest landscaping companies in the state of Tennessee where I live. Over a 15-year period of time, grew this little lawn mowing business that I started in high school into a company that was over 150 employees, eventually getting that company over $10 million a year in revenue. And in 2013, the business was acquired by one of the largest landscaping companies in the United States. And so after I was able to get the business sold, I took some time off. I basically retired. I didn't have to work anymore, which was nice. But I got bored and I realized, wow, there's something missing. I'm wired to love business. I'm wired to want to be back in the game. What now? And I thought, well, I don't want to start another like construction based blue collar hand to hand combat style blue collar business. I want to start a technology company because I was envious. I thought technology companies were easier. I thought that they would be smoother and simpler because, hey, it's just code, it's not people. But boy, I didn't know what I didn't know. And it was almost naivete as an asset. And the idea for GreenPal was one that I had in my head for a couple of years because I saw what Uber and Airbnb and Lyft and some of these other companies were doing with real world interactions and making them easier and smoother and cheaper and quicker with technology. I thought this needs to exist for the lawn mowing business. I know it. I know it'll work. And recruited two co-founders. We went to work on the idea, and it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. That we were confronted with the reality really quick that this was going to be a challenge, but we stuck with it. We didn't give up, and the first 3 or 4 years were really tough getting the marketplace going. But here we are, a decade in, and we've got a good company going.
So what were some of the upfront challenges that you didn't plan for or to expect going from a blue collar background industry to the tech space?
Yeah, one big thing that I didn't realize was that there's a big difference between running a small business or a big business that's traditional in nature, that you're going head to head with your competition. There's a known strategy. You're just kind of out executing them, and maybe it might be a construction company or a restaurant or a hotel, or it could be a remodeling service. Anything. These are small businesses and they're hard, and you go in and you roll up your sleeves and you slug it out, and that's really tough. And I did pretty well in that arena. I had just basically outworked my competitors for 15 years. I basically outserved them. I basically offered a better service to my customers for cheaper than they could. And I figured that out. And I thought, after I sold this business that was doing over $10 million a year in revenue, I thought, well, shoot, I know everything there is to know about business. I'm going to kick ass in this second company because it's going to be software based and it's easier. Here's the thing I didn't know. When you are starting a software business, most of the time you're inventing a brand new product from scratch, a brand new thing that does not exist. And people don't know how to use it. People don't even know it's available. People don't even think to use it. And I didn't understand the dynamics of that until I got into the trenches of building GreenPal. Was that, wow, this is a lot harder because we're kind of having to make up the strategy as we go. There's nobody else that we can copy and innovate on top of. We kind of have to build it from the ground up. And the only way to do that is just through like going from failure to failure, just through a trial and error process without a loss of enthusiasm. And it takes a long time to figure these things out. And particularly self-funding it made it even more challenging. So that was the main thing I was confronted with. Was this is very different than running a traditional business. This is doing all of those things that were hard on top of figuring out like what customers need, what they'll pay for, how to get them to use it, how to make it super clear and understandable for them to like get it in 2 or 3 seconds when they sign up. All of these things were a lot more challenging than I thought they would be.